I came into the house the other day, I found my adult son on the couch, his head tilted back with a wad of bloody tissues stuffed up his nose. He and his family were visiting and had arrived while I was outside watering. As soon as I took in the situation, I told him that I had something for that. He said his nose had been bleeding for the better part of an hour. I again said, I have something for that, and I added, are you brave enough to take it? When he nodded, I went quickly into the kitchen and filled a small glass medicine measuring cup with water, adding half a dropper of cayenne tincture. Then I filled a second glass with water to put out the fire that was about to be ignited. I handed my son the small medicine cup and invited him to drink it. Instead of shooting it back like anyone else would with a shot glass, he sipped and sipped and sipped until it was finally gone. And the fire was fully ignited. With tears streaming down his face, he grabbed the other cup of water, closed his eyes, and tried to relieve the burning fire. As I watched, more tears flowed down his cheeks. I told him it would take a minute or less to work. At a minute's time, he opened his eyes and said, something's happening. Then he went into the bathroom to check things out. He returned a moment later without a wad of tissue in his nose and said cautiously, I think it worked. He gingerly tipped his head forward to test his hypothesis. Nothing. It did work. Dr. Christopher said of cayenne that it was one of the greatest herbs of all time. He used this herb as a specific for hemorrhaging. This means bleeding. He also used it for high and low blood pressure, heart troubles, heart attacks, varicose veins, and hypoglycemia. It equalizes the blood stream from the top of the head to the bottom of the feet. By spreading out the blood, he explains, there is less of it in the area of the hemorrhage, which very quickly, by the time you count to 10, stops. The next time you have a bloody nose, cut, or just feeling cold, take cayenne to relieve your symptoms. Are you brave enough?